Hello, 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 and welcome to NGB Business News, the greatest business commentary news channel on YouTube. You guys already know, and we've really got some good topics for you guys today. I've seen the Harry and Meghan Markle video last time blew up. Thanks to all the love you guys showed me. You guys also taught me a lot about the British monarch and how everything works over there a lot. So I appreciate that. And I also appreciate that, the people who love Meghan Markle and Prince Harry could come in and have civil discourse with the people who have issues with them. That's a beautiful thing, and that's exactly why I created this channel. So because of that, we're going to speak on Prince Harry, because apparently he lost some type of legal battle or something like that, dealing with him wanting to have police or use police as security within the United Kingdom. And it seems that was denied or rejected, which is quite strange considering he's the prince. You would assume what he says pretty much, kind of goes, as long as he's not acting, saying anything ridiculous. Now, we've also got, obviously the G7 summit meeting happened, and a lot of the talk there was about isolating China, how they were going to handle China and everything like that. But analysts are saying that isolating China probably either isn't the best idea, or that it will be so difficult to do that it will be literally impossible. So that's the first topic we're going to touch on. We're also going to go into Barbara Corcoran. If you guys don't know about her, Shark Tank, where guys and gals, of course, come and they present their business ideas, and the sharks get to choose whether to invest in the business. Well, she's come out and she said some pretty interesting things, for how people should handle their money, especially if they want to be wealthy. And it's not exactly what you would expect. I'm pretty sure she said something that was against saving money, which, is not traditionally what somebody would recommend, but she is a player in this millionaire billionaire game, so it's always good to listen to see what she has to say. And last, as we know, later today on Wednesday night, Ron DeSantis will apparently be launching his presidency with none other than Elon Musk. So these two are powering up together. So we're going to kind of break into that and everything like that. And then once the meeting is done, or the event is done and everything like that, then maybe we'll touch on what was said, if there was any interesting points. Also have my godson Josie. He's with me. He's down there, so you guys might see him pop in. He might pop in and say hello, and everything like that. He's watching his show right now. Oh, there he is. Yeah, there he is. So there's Josie, guys, my godson. What a great child. What a beautiful child. So he might pop in and say hello. Hey, Josie. Tell people, hey, say hello. He said hello. So, so we got a good one today. We got Josie here and everything. So I'm not going to hold you guys up, and let's go ahead and get into the first topic, guys. Now, the first topic is about our boy Joe Biden and the G7 summit and everything that was going on there, where it says isolating China will be impossible and dangerous. It's interesting that they say it would be dangerous. This is from an analyst as the G7 summit gets tough on Beijing. Yeah, we hear you, man. Now, it says the G7 issued its strongest ever message to China over the weekend, but an analyst warned that isolating Beijing is impossible and dangerous. Now, it says the world's largest 7 economies agreed at a summit in Hiroshima, Japan. What's up, man? To de-risk and diversify their supply chains away from China amid concerns of economic coercion. As you guys know, obviously the U.S. and China are at odds. I'm trying to touch the keys. The U.S. and China are at odds and everything like that. And this is very similar. Don't touch it. But the U.S. and China are obviously at odds. They're ops, as you could say. And this is kind of similar to what China was having in their meeting in kind of the Asian Pacific. Where basically they were kind of saying, hey, we're going to, weaken the U.S. dollar. We're going to kind of cut off some units of trade. We'll be there to provide, whatever you may lose by cutting off the United States. And in return, that will weaken the U.S. dollar and strengthen I'm not sure what the Chinese is. Is it the yuan? Yuan? I think it might be the yuan. You guys can always correct me for sure. So it's interesting that the G7 summit, some of the strongest economies being there, are looking to actually cut supply chains from China, which would be detrimental. And I'm sure the Chinese people would not be happy with that at all. Now, it says there's been growing awareness among Western nations that their economies rely heavily on China. Yeah, I mean, in the United States, not as much anymore, but it used to be pretty much every product that you would buy. If you looked at it, any teddy bear, get Josie some toys or something like that, what would you see on the tag? Made in China. Now, it says the C-19 pandemic shed light on the intricacies of critical supply chains, but the ongoing war in Ukraine has further exacerbated this reality. In a joint statement after the summit, the Group of Seven said, "Our policy approaches are not designed to harm China, nor do we seek to thwart China's economic progress and development. At the same time, we recognize that economic resilience requires de-risking and diversifying." So, they're kind of trying to save face, and everything like that. It's not, and I do believe that. I do believe that there aren't necessarily bad intentions, but they know that if China gets too much power, too much economical power, which they kind of already have, as they are either the first or the second biggest economy in the world, they're basically kind of like diversifying your portfolio. It's almost like if you have 100% of your stock in one company and that company goes under, your entire stock or your entire portfolio is now destroyed. But if you diversify, you get money from here, you get money from there, you get money from there. Then if one goes down, it's not as big of a deal. So that's kind of the, approach that they seem to be taking. Now, it says, in the wake of the G7 announcement, China summoned the Japanese ambassador and ordered companies to stop buying from American chip maker Micron. So China, that's a direct economical attack on the United States that we got here. I'm gonna try it. Giuliano, yeah. Nossi, vice rector for China, and Polentico di Milano. I'm gonna try it. You guys know I'm always gonna try the words, and that's how you get better. On Monday, told CNBC's Squawk Box Europe that the G7 showed a unitarian perspective against China. Now, it says Joe Biden spoke in terms of de-risking and not in terms of decoupling. Decoupling was the magic words of the United States still a month ago, but it's very clear that given the role played by the Chinese market for several products, given the level of intertwines among supply chains, it is almost impossible to decouple. Now, de-risking refers to easing some of the dependencies on China rather than totally breaking up the relationship. Basically saying, well, we're not going to stop trading with China. We just don't want to be so reliant on them. So we're going to cut off, a little bit and start outsourcing a little bit and everything like that. So we're not dependent on them. I think that's really the scope of this. Is the countries still want to be able to work with China. They still want to be able to benefit from China's trade, but they do not want to be at a disadvantage because of heavy trade with China. Now, it says it should be clear that isolating China will not only on one hand be impossible, but also on the other hand dangerous, is what the analyst had said. The shift from the Biden administration perhaps highlights the realization that it would take a great deal of effort and economic pain to separate its economy from that of China. Figures from the United States Census Bureau showed that the U.S. recorded a trade deficit in goods with China of about $383 billion in 2022. That's not an amount to pay for it. That's not an amount to play with. And guys, you already know the United States has essentially ran out of money. That's why this whole debt ceiling thing with Joe Biden is such a big deal, because we've effectively ran out of money to the point where we can't even pay our own bills. We can't even pay our own government employees unless the government, allows us to, access more money, print more money, which hurts the economy even more. So it becomes this kind of, balanced scale type of thing where it's like, we can pay these people, but we're going to go further into debt. I don't know if you want to blame that on Biden. I don't know if you want to blame that on the administration as a whole. I don't know if you want to blame that on the economy, but that's how it's looking. Now, it said the data from last year showed a record high in trade between the nations, and it's evidence of the difficulties of separating their economies. So as much as we can't stand China, we need them. We need them to a degree. Everyone in the world, for the most part, does. Now, G7 leaders went further in expressing their concerns about the situation in the East and South China Seas and in supporting a no change in the status quo of Taiwan. Now, it says there is no legal basis for China's expansive maritime claims in the South China Sea, and we oppose China's militarization activities in the region. As you guys know, China's been pretty much all over Taiwan, which is a ally of the United States. We actually owe them a lot of money for weapons, I believe. This was a video that I covered. At this point, it might have been a few months ago. But there was a time where it seemed like China had effectively, potentially, and allegedly, hit Taiwan with the EMP or something like that. If you guys play Call of Duty, you know what I'm talking about. But essentially something that would cut off, electronics, internet, everything like that. So with the U.S. being the ally and not wanting China to have, much control or power within that entire South Pacific area, the U.S. kind of wanted to step in. And, those conversations came about because of that. So this is like part 2. What's up, man? What you doing? Now, speaking to the CNBC, Naki said, "We are going beyond a unipolar world that had the U.S. as its superpower and entering a bipolar or multipolar world," which I think a lot of people in the United States would deny for years. But now we're finally starting to see the U.S. dollar isn't as strong as it was. Other countries that we're indebted to, they're like, we were okay with accepting all of this debt as long as we were accepting, expensive debt, but with your money losing value every day, now our debt, what we're getting is now less. It's like you owe somebody $100 when it's worth $100, but now that $100 is worth $50 and they want you to borrow more, you'd be like, maybe if I could up that to $200, but if my $50 is now going to turn to $100, maybe I don't want to make that deal anymore. Now it says British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said China was the world's greatest challenge to security and prosperity. The Chinese embassy in London described this as malicious slanders in disregard of the facts, according to Reuters. So very interesting, guys. Very interesting seeing what's going on over here. We're really seeing this play out, and it's very interesting on this channel because we're seeing it almost like a storybook. We're seeing one event happen, how that event affects the next event, how they all line up together and everything. So it's really interesting to see how these G-Summit leaders are effectively handling China now. I do think separation from China and everything like that, of course, would be good for the United States, obviously, because, maybe we'll get some more trade out of it from some of the countries that aren't trying to be as reliant on the Chinese. Maybe that'll strengthen the US dollar a little bit if the Chinese currency, is no longer as strong or they're not involved in trade. So let me know what you guys think about this. If you guys think I got anything wrong or anything like that, or there's just any facts or things that you think people should know about this that definitely throw that in. We love having good civil discourse over here, and it's been great on the channel lately. You guys have really helped me grow, and we're going to hit 600 soon. So also throw a like, comment, and subscribe if you like this type of content, of course. And guys, it's time to get into the next topic. Oh. What's up? Yeah, well, let's get into the next topic, which is actually going to be about Barbara Corcoran, which, if you guys didn't know, she is one of the sharks on Shark Tank, which, if you guys don't know, Shark Tank is a show where essentially people come in looking for an investment. They come with a business idea, and these sharks, Mark Cuban, all of them. I forgot the guy who made Sean John, Dames, something along that. And her, they go in and they put in possibly money for a stake if they like the company. And they also, it's cool because they also work with the company to help the company succeed, which of course makes sense because they're investing in it and they now have a stake in the company. But this is, this is expertise that normally people wouldn't be able to get, as these people are millionaires and billionaires and have started multiple companies to even get on Shark Tank in the first place. So as you can see, this is why she doesn't. She said she's never saved a dime her whole life, and this is why it's made her richer. Very interesting. Now, it says millionaires often stress the importance of saving money along your journey to financial freedom, not Barbara Corcoran. The real estate entrepreneur and star of ABC Shark Tank says her best advice for making money is to just spend it. She's going to have to elaborate on that. Does she mean like invest it, or does she mean like spend it? You know, because there's a difference. Now, she said, I'm just not a believer in saving money. I've never saved a dime my whole life. We're going to need some explanations here, people. You know, I don't really believe in saving. I believe in investing. I hope that's the direction that she's going in here. But right now, she's really calling it spending. Now, it says Corcoran picked up the philosophy from her mother. She says, I had a mom who raised 10 kids on a shoestring budget, and she always said money is meant to be spent. And she didn't have much to spend. Now, whenever Corcoran obtains money, she thinks about the best potential ways to use it. When I sold my business for $66 million, I immediately thought of what I could spend it on. I gave, that's interesting. She said she gave half of it away to family, friends, education funds, charities, because I really believe if you spend, money comes back to you. Wow, I'm trying to be her friends. You know what I'm saying? If anybody got a connection to her, let her know. Like, I'm trying to come over to her house. You know, I can sit on the couch. We can watch movies, eat some popcorn or something. I'm trying to be one of her friends. You know what I'm saying? Might just get $1 million. Now it says the lesson here is that you don't need to be so rigid with your budget if you're spending on the right things. So essentially, it seems like she's saying, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being so worried about spending your money, be so worried about what you're spending your money on. Okay, I kind of get that. So it kind of plays into the whole investment aspect, you know, like if I have my money, maybe I won't save it. I want to get rid of it. I want to get rid of it, but I want to get rid of it in some type of way that it has use, you know, in any type of way that's positive, you know, to you, you know, something that needed to be done around the house, investing into a company, you know, something that's going to actually benefit you. Probably not too much straight materialistic things. It's not really where I think she's going with this. Now it says she spends regularly as a startup investor, betting that her portfolio will return profits. And she doesn't skimp on the personal items that matter to her. She boasts a $5,000 per month food. Well, she's rich, guys. She's rich, so okay. But dang, 5,000. She shared in a recent Instagram video posted by Dan Churchill. I think the carefree attitude of believing that money makes money if you're willing to share it and spend it really works, or at least it has certainly worked for me. And I don't believe in hoarding money, saving money, everything like that, because for me, it would take my spirit away. The difference between savers and spenders like Corcoran is psychological. Savers tend to get stressed out by the physical act of spending money and are often frugal because they think it's the right thing to do. Now, this was said from Scott Rick, associate professor at Michigan Ross School of Business. Spenders don't experience that visceral hesitance when making a purchase, allowing them to be looser with their shopping decisions. So I'm personally thinking about investments. That's like the person who spends, 3 months trying to figure out what one stock they're going to buy versus the person who's like, oh, I think that could be a good idea, Bitcoin, buys it, and who knows? You never know what could happen. So maybe having that looseness, and everything could, make you make better investments in general. Possibly. Now, he said one isn't necessarily better than the other. As with most things, moderation is key. So, when they say go out and spend, they don't mean go crazy. They mean spend smartly. That success can come from either approach. Shark Tank's co-star Mark Cuban is a saver. Save your money, save as much money as you possibly can. This is crazy because they're both on Shark Tank. They both make a ton of money. Mark Cuban is a billionaire. I'm not sure exactly what sports team he owns, but he does own a sports team. So these are two people with very different ideas who are both extremely successful, and it would be smart to listen to both of them. So, yeah. Now, he said every penny you can. Instead of coffee, drink water. Instead of going to McDonald's, eat mac and cheese. cut up your credit cards. If you use a credit card, you don't want to be rich. The first step to getting rich requires discipline. If you really want to be rich, you need to find the discipline. In contrast, when Cochran nearly went bankrupt for the fifth time, I mean, that's not a good look, but hey, she's still up. She said when she nearly did during the 1991 recession, her mom advised her, "Don't worry about the money; it's a waste of time." I thought of an idea that made me $1 million the next week, and that's her. If you guys didn't know what she looked like, so. One, I want to know what kind of guys are you? Are you guys spenders? Are you guys savers? Are you guys investors? Who are you kind of going with? The more Mark Cuban approach, of save whatever you can, even if you got to eat mac and cheese and ramen noodles? Or are you going with her kind of like, hey, keep a loose energy about you. Just be kind of smart in what you spend your money on. I would honestly have to go more in line with her. I would also kind of say a hybrid. Like they said, moderation is probably the best way to do it. If you don't have any money, you want to take a Mark Cuban type of approach to build some money, to really build some liquidity. And then once you have a little bit of liquidity, then you want to be able to, actually be able to send the money into places where it can grow and be beneficial to you. Ain't that right, Chelsea? We're all about investing, right? Give me a fist bump. Can I get a fist bump? Yeah. 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 Fist bump. Say hey to the people. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Definitely throw a like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to have our man Josie over here. He's about to be investing. Already got the Josie fund going too, so he's already kind of investing. Hopefully one day he'll be ready to, take over the fund and maybe trade for it himself. But that day is not today. That day is definitely not today. But guys, definitely throw a like, throw a comment if you appreciate this type of content. I'm going to take a quick break, be right back, and then we're finally going to get into Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and security issues, probably in the UK. Very interesting, and I'll be right back. Josie, show him some love. I'll be right back. Show him some love. Hey man, you gonna show him the next topic? You gonna show him the next topic? You want some water? Yeah, next topic's on Meghan Markle and Prince Henry. Yeah. You gotta be stronger than Prince Henry. He's not the greatest. We love England though. We love the UK. We're just not fans of Prince Harry like that. Always show love though, Josie. Always show love. It's all we got in this world, and we're losing it. So definitely show some love. Thank you for closing that for me. Appreciate you. Tell Stream hello. Tell him hello. Come on. All right. So you already know we got Josie in the house. We got young J Money. You could call him in the house. High five. Yeah. Yeah. So our next topic, we're going to be going into Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, everybody. A very interesting topic. And you guys were very interested in the last one. That video blew up. It was, one of my greatest videos. So I really do appreciate all the love. So I'm going to be touching on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. You guys know how I feel about them. I am not the biggest fan of them. I don't hate on them. I don't hate on them, but I'm not the biggest fan on them because I feel like there was a lot of missed opportunities, which you guys also showed me you feel as well, with Meghan Markle and them essentially going to the United States of America when there's a lot of big moves that they could have made in the UK, and everything like that, especially with Meghan Markle, not claiming to be black until it benefited her. But either way, we can put that all to the side, and it was a great time to possibly have somebody, in the family, you could say, that is of color, which would have been, I think, a great thing, not only for the UK, but for the world and the idea of diversification and equality as well. Now, I understand, you kind of want to keep it in the family a little bit and everything like that, but I feel like there's a lot of positives, and it could be a really good look on the English family, to have a person of color, that's able to, possibly make some moves that they normally wouldn't make, in certain things like that. Just different avenues. But really, I don't know, because we'll never get the chance to know. But I'm not going to get on it. I'm not going to get on my whole Meghan Markle tangent that you guys know I can go on for 30 minutes. I'm not going to do that. So let's get into this story with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Let me scroll this up. You guys should have seen that ad had something crazy on it. I was like, I don't want to show the people that. Now look, it says Prince Harry loses legal challenge to pay for police protection while in the UK. Now, I always wonder too, is this a crazy thing? I know in the United States, like when rappers and heavy entertainers and celebrities, sometimes when they have events, or they have to go to a concert and everything like that, sometimes you'll see the police protecting them, putting up barricades and things like that. Putting up barricades and everything like that. So I was actually quite surprised that, he would not be afforded that right, especially considering he's a prince. I would almost assume that it's almost in your right as a prince to be protected by, your government, but, they kind of dissolved themselves away from that. So maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not sure, but let's take a look at that. Now it says, let me move myself, make myself in a young Josie over here a little bit smaller. Actually, I'm gonna put myself over these ads because they looking kind of crazy over there. Now, there we go. Nah, over here is better. OCD, huh? All right. So it says Prince Harry on Tuesday lost a legal challenge seeking the ability to make private payments to police for protection while in the United Kingdom. Now, I don't know. To me, it's sounding like they're showing Prince Harry like, hey, you're no longer a part of this, so you no longer get the perks of this and everything like that. What's up, man? What's up? So it says lawyers for the government opposed allowing wealthy people to buy their own security from the police. Now, if there is something in the law that kind of says, okay, even if you're wealthy, this is not a right that you're afforded, it would make sense that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry would not have access to this right, as they are no longer really a part of the royal family like that. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I would consider them not really a part of it, and everything like that. I'm not sure exactly what it means to be kind of cut off or intentionally cut yourself off from the royal family. I don't know, but I would assume that everything that goes with being a member of the royal family kind of goes away. And if it's a legal thing where wealthy people in the UK aren't allowed to do this, then they shouldn't feel like they have that right. It's like one of those things where you can't, you can't have your cake and eat it too, whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave the monarch, talk a whole bunch of trash about it, and then come back and be like, can I have a favor? No, you can't have no favor. Yeah, no, they can't have no favor. Yeah. Tell him. Tell him, man. Now it says the rejection comes after Prince Harry's lawyer argued against the action in a London court last week. Now it says, look at Prince Harry over there. Prince Harry's a good guy. Well, okay, he's just a pushover, But he's an attractive guy out here. He looks like he got the whole. You know what I'm saying? He got. You know what I'm saying? Like, just lost potential. It's sad. It's sad, right, man? It's sad. But okay. Okay. Well, in September 2021, Prince Harry originally applied. I was thinking like appealed because it's judicial court. Applied for a judicial review of a Home Office decision that kept him from personally paying for police protection while he and his family were in the United Kingdom. Now it says Harry would like to pay for the security himself, but cannot unless the UK Home Office approves his offer. And it's crazy that you're the prince, and they're like, no, we're rejecting your offer. That really shows kind of how they feel about Harry and Meghan. Now it says he claims he doesn't feel safe bringing his young children. We don't speak on children here like that, unless it's Josie. From the U.S. to visit his home country without proper police security. And I could kind of feel them on this a little bit too, because I don't think they're very liked in the UK anymore like that. Not only did they kind of denounce themselves, but they also had a lot of things to say that kind of, in my opinion, exposed, the monarch. I don't know, the monarch may not even be the best word to use. Let me know if I'm using that wrong. I think about like the British monarchy, but I mean, I could kind of get that because I feel that there are a lot of people in the UK that are looking at them and they don't like them, and it makes sense. It's kind of like if you live over in the United States and then let's say there was a big family, what I'm saying, somebody like the Carnegies or something, what I'm saying, or something like that, and they leave the United States where essentially their whole family is, where they're known for what has provided for their family for years on years on years and showed them love, and you kind of turn your back not only on that country, but then you also start expelling secrets, you start talking kind of bad about them, being a little passive aggressive. I mean, it would make sense why a lot of people in that country would not like you, and that's why it's probably good they over in the United States, you know what I'm saying? Now, this is them and their beautiful family, a beautiful family. I can't stand her, but a beautiful family, nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? I do wish them the best. I hope they just get it together, honestly. I hope they get it together and they start actually contributing. They're in a place where they can actually contribute to society, just because of the power that they were given, and in some cases, the power that, well, they both were born rich. I would kind of want to say worked for, but I feel like if they had to work for this, then they wouldn't move the way that they move, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. I want attention, all of that. No, I don't want attention, but hey, here's my book exposing the monarchy. I'm putting it out for $9.99. Or I don't want attention, but Meghan Markle out here modeling like this. I don't want attention though. That's like me being like to all my friends, hey y'all, like I'm really trying to stay off the social media. I'm really trying to stay off the radar. And then 5 minutes later, you catch me in a post. I'm like, check out the kicks. Like, come on. Yeah, it's wild though. Take your pillows, little man. Ooh. But yeah, come on now. But a spokesperson for the prince said that his U.S. security team doesn't have jurisdiction abroad or access to intelligence in the U.K., which makes perfect sense. Completely different country. Why would they just grant that? His request was before, his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth's passing on September 8th, 2022. Rest in peace and RIP, and everything. Well, rest in peace is RIP, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Now, meanwhile, Meghan Markle and Harry stepped back from their senior roles within the royal family in 2020 and have settled in California to raise their two children, Prince Archie, and, I don't speak on children, like I said, when their titles changed so that their taxpayer-funded security detail and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have largely relied on paying their own private protection. That's what comes with leaving. You can't leave a job and still claim the benefits of that job. Seems like that's kind of what you want to do. He's kind of saying, hey, well, I'll pay for this myself. You know how many other people in the UK that got a ton of money would like to, personally have police officers and got the money to do it? A lot. So at this point, we have to ask, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, what exactly makes you special? Are you a part of the royal family? That would make you special. Oh, you're not. Josie, they're not. They're not a part of the royal family. They're not. They don't get the privileges. You know what I'm saying? They don't get the privilege. He gets it. You guys get it? And also, if I'm saying anything wrong, just like in the last video, guys, definitely let me know. You guys taught me a ton in the last video that I didn't know about just in general how the royal family and how government over there works. So it was a blessing, and you guys were all very respectful while you did it too, and everything like that, because I can be ignorant sometimes. I don't claim to be the smartest guy or anything. I just want to have civil discord to where we all can come and get something out of it. We can all learn something. And you can't learn if you're not ignorant. If you know everything, there's no reason for you to even learn in the first place. Let's keep it a stack. Ain't that right, Josie? Now, let's continue. It says, as Prince Harry continued to fight for his family to be protected when they visited the United Kingdom, he faced a new security threat in the United States the same day as the case. I wonder if this has to do with a car chase, which was the video that actually blew up. This is them right there before the incident with the car chase after a New York gala event. They're looking like the perfect couple and everything like that. But they're, they just, you want to love them. You want to love them. I want to love them. Josie wants to love them. We all want to love them. But they're hard to love. They're hard. They make it so hard. And I love Suits. If you guys don't know, Meghan Markle is from Suits. If you haven't watched it, you definitely should. Great show. Great show. She did a great job. She I don't want to give any spoilers. I'm not going to give any spoilers. But she does have a fantastic role in there, and she did a great job. Great job. I would love to have seen her get back into acting, because whatever she got going on, trying to be like some type of political leader or whatever you want to call it, world, I don't know what you call it, but she's failing. She's failing. Failure. Let's continue. Following the Miss Foundation Woman of Vision Awards in New York Tuesday, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were said to be involved in a near-catastrophic car chase after the ceremony. Markle, her husband, and mother, Doria Ragland, were allegedly pursued by photographers for over 2 hours, which resulted in multiple near collisions involving other drivers on the road. Now, it says the Duke and Duchess and Miss Ragland were involved in a near catastrophic car chase at the hands of the ring of highly aggressive paparazzi. Now, I'm sure I understand. We already been through this, so we understand the paparazzi can be aggressive. They can go way out of their way to get the pics, to be kind of in your business. But however often do you really hear about this really coming out in the news? They're not the most famous people in America, not even close. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, this isn't a problem that just A-list celebrities have to deal with. Yet, you never see an article about A-list celebrities, you're maybe every now and then having a problem with paparazzi, but that's more something like the paparazzi was like all in their face, tried to touch them or something like that. Not like they're in a car and it was a car chase. Like, I've never heard of anything like that. Now, like it says, it caused a bunch of possible collisions. Of course, there was no actual collision. Of course, because then it'd be more justified. That could never have happened. Now, it says, while being a public figure comes with a level of interest from the public, it should never come at the cost of anyone's safety, which I think we can all agree for sure. And also, Princess Diana's passing was because of a car chase from, paparazzi, which is probably why they're more inclined to, feel, a little disgruntled about this and everything like that. But, putting that entire car chasing situation to the side, we all know that they just be reaching for attention, and everything like that. Just like the South Park episode said. If you guys haven't watched it, you should watch it. South Park did a piece on them, and they roasted them. But let's continue. According to Royal Watcher Ahmed Scooby, that's a cool name. The paparazzi were confronted by police multiple times as they chased the royal couple who were on their way to a private residence where they were staying. He alleged on Twitter that photographers drove on a sidewalk, ran through red lights, reversed through a one-way street, and photographed the couple while driving and illegally blocked a moving vehicle. Now they are shaken, but they're glad everyone's safe. I mean, I'm glad everyone's safe for sure. Now it says they arrived at their destination. There were no collisions, summaries, injuries, or arrests in regard. That's what the police said. So the police are saying something, It seems like the police have been kind of trying to downplay this, and they've been kind of trying to upplay it, if that makes sense. The MPD is looking through traffic camera footage and security footage to piece together what transpired, and it talks about Princess Diana. Now, seems, that means we should be hearing something soon. If it really was that ugly, they should be having license plate. This is New York City too. We're talking about where there's a literal camera on every street corner. Like if somebody's driving through, especially the richer parts of Manhattan or just New York in general, it's definitely gonna get caught on camera. So if somebody's wilding out on camera and everything like that in these cars, then the police will start hearing some arrests, something like that. And, they're very much in the media. So we'll get to hear about it. It'll be interesting to see if we hear about something in the future. Do I think we're going to hear about something in the future? Nope. And not at all. Because it probably honestly wasn't as serious as they're playing it out to be. Do I think it was bad? Yes, I think it was bad. Do I think it's unfair? Yes, I think it's unfair. But I think this is just what comes with being a A-list celebrity in general. And I almost hate to call them A-list celebrities, but I got to put my emotions to the side and think with reason. And reason tells me if there's all these news reports about all this little stuff that they got going on, then they must be A-list celebrities, because A-list celebrities are the only people who can have a news report coming out because of the type of sandwich they eat or something like that. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys really showing a lot of love with these Harry and Meghan videos. You guys really seem to love them. So definitely throw a like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps out the channel a ton. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and you guys are really helping me out right now. Also, I don't want to just be speaking on Harry and Meghan Markle. So if there's interesting topics that you guys would like to hear about, you want me to cover, or people that you will want me to cover when news reports come out on them in the future, definitely drop that in the comments below, because this isn't a Harry and Meghan Markle channel, though I will be going in on Harry and Meghan Markle. Don't get it twisted. You see that it's like a black bus driver kind of yeah, but I will be talking trash about Meghan Markle 24/7. I'm just kidding. If Meghan Markle does something good, I will report on it, guys. I will report on it. There's no hate over there. Over here on this side, absolutely. We got little man over here, and we teaching him the right way. There's no hate, but you can call people out on when they do wrong, and this couple has continuously did wrong. But no more on this subject. Definitely throw a like, comment, subscribe. It helps a lot. And let's go ahead and get into the next topic, guys. Now, the next topic will be about our boy Ron DeSantis. He actually has an event tonight, Wednesday night, with none other than Elon Musk, where apparently he will be announcing his presidency. Oh, wow. Did we see this coming? Josie, did we see Ron DeSantis coming? Did we see it coming? We saw it coming. We all saw it coming. He's 2 and he saw it coming. We all knew he was running. But let's get into it. I think it's a very interesting event. I honestly didn't think Elon Musk would be the type to really support DeSantis. Not saying he's really supporting him. Well, he is supporting him. I mean, if he's launching it in a bid with Elon Musk, that's kind of showing some support. So let's just see what's going on with this. This is a very interesting situation. Now it says Ron DeSantis will launch his presidential bid in a live event with Elon Musk. I wonder when it's at. It's 6:30 Eastern Standard Time for me right now. Obviously Ron DeSantis, Elon Musk. So I wonder what time that event will happen. Oh, it's happening at, oh wow, it's happening in 30 minutes, guys. In 30 minutes. Now it says, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will announce he's running for president. During a discussion with Twitter CEO Elon Musk, three sources familiar with the plans told NBC News. Now it says Musk and DeSantis will host an event on Twitter Spaces. Obviously, you guys know, how long's it been? Maybe a year? A year or so? I don't know. A little bit less than a year since Elon Musk has acquired Twitter, which is why it's on Twitter Spaces. Now it says the site's platform for audio chats. On Wednesday at 7 p.m., it will be moderated by David Sachs, a tech entrepreneur who is a Musk confidant and DeSantis supporter. That same evening, the campaign will release a launch video, and DeSantis will begin visiting early states after Memorial Day. So he's really kicking it off, guys. We got Biden, we got Trump, we got DeSantis, and who is it too? Pence. I don't know if Pence is going to run, but Pence did make some moves this week that made it seem like he might run. Oh, what's up, dude? What's up, man? Who you voting for? You like Biden? He be sleep, man. You like Trump? I can't even tell you why. I can't even tell you what's wrong with Trump. It's a little inappropriate. You like DeSantis? He don't like DeSantis because he love Mickey Mouse. You love Mickey Mouse. You can't vote for DeSantis because Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is one of your favorite shows. Yeah, no more Mickey Mouse Clubhouse if DeSantis was up to it. Yeah, no more Mickey Mouse Clubhouse if DeSantis having to say. Actually, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is actually on the TV right now, so he's not voting for DeSantis, guys. Now it says the relationship could be a significant boost for DeSantis by giving him an introduction to and credibility with Musk's massive following, including his 140 million Twitter followers. But it could prove okay. But it could prove a burden should DeSantis become distracted by the tycoon's many controversial comments. Yeah, I think Elon Musk does have a huge following, not thinking about his Twitter following, but there's a lot of people that are ride or die Elon Musk fans no matter what he does and everything. And DeSantis may be able to scoop up those people for sure. So it's a good look for DeSantis, having Elon Musk do something like this. And one of the former richest men in the world, not anymore because he's been playing games with Twitter, and everything like that. But it's a good move for him. Now it says the announcement will coincide with a retreat for high-end fundraisers pledged to support DeSantis in Miami. Bundlers will gather at the Four Seasons Hotel from May 24th to May 26th. Yeah. Receiving briefings from campaign staff combined with you wanna pull up? Come on. Yep. Now it says the DeSantis team has been in talks with Musk for at least the few weeks, according to a source familiar with the discussions. Nah, you can't press that. You'll mute me. You'll mute me, man. In those conversations, the source said Musk has indicated he doesn't think former President Donald Trump can win back the White House. That's kind of crazy he says that because Donald Trump is yep, I got you backed up. Is the front runner right now. Right now he's doing better in the polls. See, I'm going to have to put you down. Up you go. Down you go. Come on. There you go. Because Donald Trump is leading the polls right now and everything like that. It says he's interested in the future and he's interested in winning again. It's not clear if Musk will formally endorse DeSantis on Wednesday, but another source said that within DeSantis' team, his participation is viewed as a clear sign for support of the governor. And I would say that too. He gave him a platform, which normally would mean something like that. So if he gives DeSantis, there's only Biden, DeSantis, and Trump really. With Trump, leading the forefront for who probably will win with the polls. If you're saying that you don't think Trump is going to win, that means you're voting for Biden. Elon Musk is a smart, competent man. I don't think he's going to vote for Biden because Joe Biden be sleep. So I think that only leaves who? DeSantis. So I think that Elon Musk is definitely showing some support for DeSantis, obviously. Now it says, yet Musk is nothing if not unpredictable. On Friday, he tweeted praise of an ad by Senator Tim Scott, Republican of South Carolina, one of DeSantis' rivals for the GOP nomination. Yeah, but I mean, come on now. We all know DeSantis is up next. DeSantis is the big dog in the ring. Now, NBC News did not receive a response from Musk, Sachs, or DeSantis' campaign for this piece. Now it says, even if Musk stops short of a full endorsement of DeSantis, aligning with this presidential announcement puts him and the company more squarely into a presidential election than any tech company before it. Twitter, Facebook, and others have launched election hubs and voter registration efforts, but have kept candidates at an arm's length. So this is the first time where a platform has actually, that is true. Now you think about it, like never has a social media platform actually kind of advocated for one president as opposed to another one, or a presidential nominee. So this is kind of new. It's kind of, mixing business with politics, which I don't know if that's the greatest thing, but it is what it is. Now it says, and someone of Musk's stature participating in DeSantis' presidential launch dents the inevitability and power of Trump. It says DeSantis' relationship with Musk goes back to early 22 when the two met at a dinner party in Austin, Texas. They probably had some nice, big, juicy steaks. With roughly 15 people, including tech investors, developers, healthcare industry officials, according to a GOP fundraiser who was at the meeting. They have a relationship through Sachs, a major Republican donor who has been openly supportive of DeSantis and is considered to be a part of Musk's inner circle. So now we're starting to understand why Musk may be making this move. Now it says Musk has carved out an intense following after he purchased Twitter with the promise to return free speech after years of complaints from the right that the site has tried to censor conservatives. Among his first steps was reinstating the accounts of previous far-right Twitter users who have been suspended for spreading disinformation. Tucker Carlson, Fox News host, who remains one of the most popular figures in conservative media even after being fired, is launching a new show on Twitter. So Elon is really giving, he's really showing he's riding with the conservatives and everything like that. He's giving them platforms, and that would make sense why he's going for DeSantis. It says that seems to be part of what makes partnering with Musk attractive to DeSantis. One of the sources familiar with the plans told NBC News that DeSantis aides have been watching Twitter become an increasingly friendly space for conservative firebrands under Musk's leadership, allowing them to speak directly to their audience and bypass traditional media, something that was once Trump's superpower. As we know, Trump was banned. I expect the campaign will be painting a positive vision for the country, and the entire rollout will highlight the future versus past success versus failure, winning versus losing, and action versus talk. That is the frame of this race, a source familiar with the plan said. Now, it's telling us the plan is not without risks. It says Musk's international star power could serve to outshine DeSantis, but he's not running for president. While a heavyweight in Republican political circles is not nearly as well known, and DeSantis may not want to have an answer for all of Musk's positions, potentially down to individual tweets such as his comments about George Soros that earned the RE of ear. So are there two different types of like ear? Like one is like maybe this means like listening, and ear kind of means like your ear, but also could mean listening, or it's a spelling issue. I don't know. But it says the DeSantis team wasn't worried about being upstage, arguing he's fine with not having the spotlight solely on himself. As long as he has a big platform, he's definitely going to get some new people because of this. And like a lot of the people that like Elon Musk are definitely going to be riding for DeSantis now. But an additional risk is that while Elon has tons of muscle available to put behind DeSantis, and has fans at the former president's base, Trump has made a political career out of portraying himself as an underdog fighting powerful forces within his party on the Democratic side of the aisle and in government and in industry. Musk, and by extension DeSantis, could be framed as the largest corporate titan to align against the Trump movement. Yeah, this has been a thing that Trump's had, always kind of seeming like the underdog while really being the Big dog Trump. Big dog Trump. Big dog. We got Big Dog Trump and Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe and Big Dog Trump. But yeah, that wouldn't be a good look, especially if Trump's trying to run with that again. And DeSantis is aligning himself with the biggest business powers. Then obviously that could have an impact. But let's be real here. It's not going to hurt to be involved with the most important movers and shakers within the United States government. I don't think that's necessarily a negative. Okay, come on. Yeah, come on. Bring it on in. It says, in coming weeks, yeah, don't touch that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, we're good. In coming weeks, Musk will be stepping down as Twitter's CEO. He recently announced that he had hired Linda Lucario, the former head of ad sales for NBC Universal, to take over as the next CEO of Twitter. Musk said he would still see product design and technology, and she would run the business side, which we all know that it was a really good move for Elon Musk, obviously, to step down. He's not been making power moves like that within Twitter. You don't know if you want to be up or down. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think it's a good move for Ron DeSantis to align himself with Elon Musk? Do you guys think it's a good move for Elon Musk to align himself with Ron DeSantis? Also, does this make Ron DeSantis like even more of a big player? He was already a big player in the game, running as a Republican candidate, but or nominee. But now he has a lot more power because not only does he have the backing of Elon Musk, but he also has the backing of everyone who Elon Musk has access to as well. So let me know what you guys think about that. Definitely throw a like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow. Josie, say hey. What you doing all that? Say hey. Say hey. But definitely throw a like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow and everything like that. I appreciate all the love you guys have shown the channel. And it's just been outrageous. It's, whatever I could really ask for. So I hope you guys all have a great day. And be blessed. Shout out to everybody who entered the stream. And Josie, say bye-bye. Say bye. Bye. Bye-bye. You guys have a good night. Bye. Good night.